What's up guys, my name is Stoody. I'd like to welcome you back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new AFL game, AFL 26. Now, yeah, I know I'm a few days late on this one, but I just simply haven't had the time to film the video. I mean, I just have a life, if you know what I mean. So basically, it just randomly got announced that AFL 26 is going to be released on May 8th, 2025, not 2026, 2025. So it is being released in less than a month, which is absolutely bizarre. I've never seen a video game get announced literally a month before it's meant to get released. Now, what are my thoughts on that? Here's the thing, I don't feel like I'm ready for a new AFL game. I wasn't expecting one this year. It just sort of came out of nowhere. Do I really want a new AFL game this year? No. I don't think the community is ready for it. There's no hype around it because of the fact it's only just been announced 1 month before the release. And because AFL 23 was so garbage, I think a lot of people will be turned off by the fact that it is Big Ant who is making the game again, which I don't understand. Big Ant completely shut the bed last time, and they completely shut the bed the first time with AFL Live 1. The two worst AFL games in history ever made were both made by Big Ant Studios. AFL Live 1 and AFL 23 are the two worst games in AFL history. There is no question about it. There's no competition at all. It's just what one was worse, AFL Live 1 or AFL 23. I still think AFL Live 1, but AFL 23 definitely gives AFL Live 1 a run for its money. Now, Big Ant Studios have proven that they can make a good cricket game, but they've never been able to prove that they can make a good AFL game. And even in their cricket games, they've been going downhill the last few games. Cricket 19 was elite, DBC 14 was elite, DBC 17 was a shitter version of DBC 14, and then Cricket 22 was a shitter version of Cricket 19. And I heard Cricket 24 was really shit. I didn't buy that game because of, I did say that I wasn't going to buy any more Big Ant Studios games in 2023 because Ross Simons threatened a DMCA on me, and he also ran his mouth about my mum as well. All those videos are on YouTube. I did an exposed video on Ross Simons, the CEO of Big Ant Studios, so if you guys want to watch those, feel free to. A lot of dirt on Ross Simons in those videos. But the fact is, we have no information really on what this new game is going to be, because we had no idea it was even going to be released in a month. So basically all we really know is that there's going to be the stupid Ultimate Team bullshit again, which I never even played in AFL 23. I was heavily against it when it was announced. It didn't even come out until like a year and a half after the game was officially released. And by the time it actually got released, I had quit the game. Now, a lot of you guys may know or remember that I was the number 1 ranked player in the world in the online rankings on AFL Evolution 2. Here's a screenshot proof. And then I was once again for AFL 23. Here's another screenshot of that for evidence. Now, I finished on top at the end of the AFL Evolution 2 life cycle, but AFL 23 I quit. And here's the reason why. It's because Ross Simons took torpedoes out of the game to sabotage me. Because basically the torpedo, you could kick it from like the center circle at one point and kick a goal from it. In AFL 23, it was actually faster to get your kick away with a torpedo than it was with a drop punt. So I just used the torpedo every single kick for goal. Even if I was 20 metres out, because it stopped me from getting tackled. I was a lot more likely to get the kick away and kick the goal. It was very hard to master though, especially the long range kicks. It took some serious skill to be able to get it almost every time. Like I was able to, only a few other players in the world were able to contend with me in the execution of the torpedoes. But then Ross Simons took it out of the game to fuck me over. And basically the way he changed the game, it's basically every player plays the same way. All it is just stab kick and all this other shit. And it turned it into a very low scoring, boring game. Basically unplayable. You couldn't even do torps at all. Unless you were having a set shot on goal. That was the only time you could kick torps. but you could not even kick a torp, like, even in general play. It would only go 20 metres. And if you had a shot kicking a torp, it would just go out on the fall automatically. So that's how they broke the game to fuck me over, so I quit. I finished with an 829 and 71 record, which is, if you look at the current leaderboard now, it's clearly the best record. Like, I'm clearly the best player out of everyone that's like in the top 20 or whatever. Because last time I checked, I believe I dropped down to like 14th or some shit. I was shocked when I checked, because last time I checked I was like 7th or something. But then again, it was like quite a while since the last time I checked, and it has been probably quite a few months since I last checked anyway. So I might be even lower by this point. I'll put a screenshot on the screen of where I am at. And you guys can see like the other players' win-loss records around me. You can see that their records are a lot worse than mine. Basically, the leaderboard was done by XP. And I didn't get very much XP because my opponents would rage quit early in the games, because I would dominate the first quarter. Maybe I'd kick 7 or 8 goals to nil in the first quarter, and then they'd rage quit on me. The thing is, trying to get to number 1 in the world, it does take up a lot of your spare time. You basically have to play almost 24/7 throughout whatever spare time you might have. And I mean, I have less and less spare time these days, especially since I attend footy matches now because I live in Melbourne, because I used to live in Queensland where I couldn't attend any AFL matches. So I'm just a lot more busier in general, because of where I live and that sort of thing. And because I start work really early, I finish obviously earlier than most. So I come home middle of the day. People aren't online on the weekdays, you know. I have to wait at least a few hours before I can find some opponents, and and then I go offline a lot earlier than everyone else, because like by the time everyone else is coming online, it's basically dinner time for me, and then I might have a couple of hours before I've got to go to bed. So that sort of thing. So I don't know if I'll try and get really high on the world rankings this time around. I don't even know if the game will be any good at all. It probably won't. The only other thing that has really been added to the game, according to the JB Hi-Fi description thing, is that there's going to be like if you guys remember Pro Career from Evo 2, that is coming back in AFL 26, so the Big Ant version, I guess, where you can play as one single player, kind of like my career in NBA 2K, which, that might be alright, might not be. Wicked Witch didn't really execute it very well, and I doubt Big Ant will be any better, but it'll still be interesting for a series on my channel, I guess. And there's like no trailer to the game. We don't know what the gameplay is going to look like. Like, we just know nothing about this game, and honestly, I'm very worried that this game is just going to be like only worth, say, a $15 DLC or something like that. It'll just be a game. It'll be very, very similar to AFL 23. It'll just be maybe a few tweaks, hopefully a few glitches fixed, maybe a few changes, a few things added on, but I don't think it'll be a completely new game. I think it'll still be the same shit gameplay, which was the reason why I quit in the first place. I reckon, I wonder if the customization, like the player hub, is still broken. Will you be able to actually change player ratings? Will there still be a cap on how high a player's rating can be? It was one of the stupidest things ever, and if you guys remember, Big Ant had a salary cap as well in AFL Live 1 for all the teams. It's like, we should be able to fully customize teams. It's really pisses me off when I get limited to what I can do. I should be able to completely customize everything. I wonder if Coach Career will be realistic at all, the results and all that. I'm sure the ratings will be fucked. They always are. They were in Wicked Witch games, and they were in Big Ant games as well. And they will be again, I can guarantee you that. I might do a video where like I put every single player in the AFL and give them a rating, what they should have in the game. And I bet you some of the ratings will be way off when the game actually gets released. I could possibly do a wish list video as well, but I mean, it could be useless because I highly doubt anything on my wish list would ever make the game because, BN don't know shit about shit. BN are charging $89 for this game. And the way I see it, there's absolutely no way BN Studios could have possibly made a decent game in the space of 2 years between the previous game and this game. Not only that, they've made a cricket game in between. They've also made, apparently they made a rugby league game in between. We all know the cricket game was shit, and I also heard rumours that the rugby league game was also garbage. So they're not doing too well at the moment when it comes to making games. That's at least 4 terrible games in a row, the way it seems. If you include the cricket game, the AFL game, the rugby game, well, this next game will be the 4th in a row. That's terrible. Ultimate Team will be paid to win, or whatever stupid mode they've called it, star mode or some shit. I don't even know. I don't really care. It's a stupid game mode, and it's going to ruin the game 100%. Now, here's the thing. I said 2 years ago I would not buy another Big N Studios game because the CEO of Big N Studios, Ross Simons, talked shit about my mum, and he also threatened to put a DMCA on me, which is basically a copyright strike, and there's no way any of my videos are copyrighted. So do I really want to give this fuckhead $89 for a game that won't be worth $89? We don't even need to debate that. It's going to be a shit game. Just look at Big Ant's track record. Look at their form in terms of their last 4 games they've made, and the fact they've made the 2 worst AFL games in history. And just look at what's happened in the last 2 years that would have given them less time to make this game. They had 3 years to create AFL 23 and they fucked that up. You've given them 1 less year to do it. There's no way they can get this one right. No way. Big Ant should have lost their license 100% after the last game. And here's the thing. If this is a terrible game and Big Ant don't lose their license, I definitely would not be buying the next one. Definitely not. Yeah, I'm still umming and ahhing whether I'm going to buy the game or not. I mean, there's a lot of views in it still. This could really fast track my journey to 3,000 subscribers. I want to get there in the next 2 or 3 months, I hope. But I wonder what's going to happen. I am going to criticise the game if it's shit. I don't give a shit. Is Ross Simons going to start harassing me again if I do so? There's the question. Are the big YouTubers going to get access to the game early like they did last time and have a bullshit disadvantage over everyone else in terms of the views and subscribers? Is there going to be some sort of launch event like there was last time? And I wasn't invited to the launch event last time. I know I wouldn't have been able to go anyway because, I was living in Queensland at the time. And I was the number 1 ranked player in the world on AFL Evolution 2. So I think that warrants an invitation. But no, of course not. Twisty3, the wanker, had to blacklist me. And for those of you who don't know my history with Twisty3, watch the story time called My YouTube Legal Issues. I think it's the story time number 2 or 3. Look at that video. I'm talking about Twisty3 in that video. And I go through what happened. Briefly, I guess. I don't really go full on into detail because maybe one day that's a video for another day, maybe. Because I am going to get my revenge on Twisty3 one day. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I am not going to let him get away with what he did to me back in 2018. I just can't let him get away with it. But off that topic, if there's another launch event or some shit like that, I should be invited because not only was I the number 1 ranked player in AFL Evo 2 and should have been invited for AFL 23, I was once again the number 1 ranked player in the world on AFL 23 online. So I should be invited again. I know I quit the game because it was shit, but still, I was clearly the best online player just looking at all the win-loss records and shit. I just played less than the other fucking no-life cunts. And there's no excuses this time because I live in Melbourne now. So I can get there easily. It won't be an issue getting there. And I'm more than happy to criticize or review this game fairly if Ross Simons and Big Ant Studios treat me fairly. Well, regardless, I'll still review the game and give my thoughts on it. But right now, my opinion is that the game's going to be garbage, and I just can't see how it's going to be a good game. My question is to you guys: should I give Ross Simons $89 after everything he's done to me? Is Twisty 3 taking a piece of the $89? I really do wonder. Probably not, but it is a possibility, you know. Is it worth the money? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the effort? Because here's the thing, I don't have as much time to make videos, like do all the gaming videos and all that sort of thing. So there is a good chance if I was to start an AFL 26 coach career series or a player career series, something like that, or both, most likely I would have to end my NBA 2K series. Because obviously the AFL videos are going to get way more views. So it's a no-brainer to do the AFL videos over the NBA videos. But I enjoy doing the NBA videos. Even though they don't get a shitload of views, you know, there's certain people that watch those videos and enjoy those videos, and I enjoy making them. But yeah, I probably won't be live streaming the game, because if you guys remember, every time I live stream the game, I'd always get stream sniped if I was playing online games, because the thing is, the game's too shit to play career mode or any of that, like just casually. I'd only ever do it if I was filming a video, if it was for a video, if I was getting something out of it. I wouldn't just waste my time playing that shit, because it's shit, you know. I'd only play online because, you know, I've got something to gain, I can move up on the leaderboard, that sort of thing. So when I would live stream, I'd always be playing online games and dickheads would stream snipe me. That sort of thing, and yeah, it just made it not fun anymore, and yeah. So I probably won't do live streams, but I'll definitely do videos where I'll probably do career mode, whether it's coach career, play career, or both, depending on how good it is, the game. And maybe every now and then post other sorts of videos, like maybe I could bring back Wanker Watch, or possibly just talk about games I play against maybe other YouTubers, top players in the community, or maybe if there's a fuckwit, like someone who exploits a glitch, I could expose them, or a rager or something. But the problem is that PS5 doesn't allow you to record people's voices, which is bullshit, so I can't do trolling videos or anything like that anymore on PlayStation. I could with AFL Evo 2 and 1. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't think now is a good time for the game to come out. I think it should be next year. Give Big Ant another year to, you know, polish the game, actually have it ready for release this time around. Because the launch of AFL 23 was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I mean, I'm pissed off that Big Ant Studios have retained the license after that absolute joke of a game. I mean, and didn't they make a great game that everyone got a refund for because it just was so shit? I think it was Ash's Career 2013 or something. Everyone got a refund for the game because it just was broken and it never actually got released properly. That is insanity. That's the sort of company they have making this new AFL game. In the year 2025, you know. I mean, standards should be a lot higher by now. But anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment like this. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is this the right time for AFL 26 to be released? Are you excited for the release? Personally, I'm not, but when it does get released, I'll probably... And if it's good, then, you know, I might get pumped up then. But tell me if there's any features in the game you want added or removed or whatever. Be sure to become a channel member. Just click the join button next to my name. Also, be sure to subscribe to my Premier King Gods of Nick. Link to his channel in the description. Also, be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast channel, King Snake with Stoody. Also, be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Stoody Archives. Links to both of those are in the description. Also, be sure to join my Discord server, East Coast Australian Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also, be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have TikTok and I also have Twitter. The username for all those is StoodyYT. Links to all those will also be in the description. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.